Hi guys, and welcome back to another video on the Italian Tour Guide channel. In today's video we are going to be showing you how to spend 48 hours in the amazing city of Rome. But before we head on with the video, please can I ask you to subscribe, like and leave a comment on what you want to do when you visit this fantastic city. We are gaining views and subscribers on a very quick rate, and I will keep videos coming as often as possible for you guys. So again, please subscribe and leave a comment and a like. And now let's go and find out what you can do in 48 hours in Rome. So when in Rome, I prefer to stay near the Colosseum. This is just due to previous living experiences, and whenever I visit this amazing city, this is where I like to stay and feel comfortable. It is a lively neighbourhood, and this is the reason why I like to stay there. So what we're going to do to start off the 48 hours is start by visiting the Colosseum. The Colosseum is actually quite cheap. Whereas you may think it's expensive, you get 3 tickets for the price of 1. For €16 you can purchase a Colosseum ticket, Roman Forum ticket and a Palatine Hill ticket. So we are going to start today off at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we are going to explore all 3 of these great sites. This is possibly going to set you back until about 12 dinner time, as it will take a while to see all these amazing sites in great detail, but it is definitely not worth missing. So after visiting the Colosseum, Palatine Hill and Roman Forum, if you arrived at 8 o'clock with your ticket, then it should be around 12 o'clock dinner time. So before we head on to the next attraction, let's go and get a bite to eat. The place I suggest is actually only 3 blocks down from the Colosseum. And yes, a lot of people visit here, some tourists do, but so do many Italians. It is called Trattoria Luzzi, or there is another restaurant round the corner called Quattro Luzzi. They are both the same restaurant, just 2 streets apart. Definitely go and try here for some cheap food, but also some of the best Italian food near a great landmark you will be able to try when in Rome. So after visiting Trattoria Luzzi, I hope you enjoyed your food. We are now going to get walking, and yes, in Rome there is a lot of walking. So we are going to head past the Colosseum and go and visit the next great landmark, also known as the Wedding Cake. So if you walk further down from the Colosseum, you will come up to what people call the Wedding Cake. This is also known as Victor Emmanuel II's monument, which was built as a monument for Victor Emmanuel II. You can go inside and you can go on the roof for a cost. However, to keep this day nice and short, we are just going to view the outside and just have a walk around it, as now it will be coming up towards 2 o'clock. Hopefully, you will be able to visit inside and go on the roof if you can spare more time. So if you have followed this itinerary, it should now roughly be around 2:30, going on till 3 o'clock. So what we are going to do from Piazza Venezia, where the Victor Emmanuel II building is, we are going to take a 15-minute stroll down the street to Trevi Fountain. Now this is a must-visit place, but also make sure you throw a coin over your shoulder to make sure you return to this great city. Now let's head to Trevi Fountain. Now after visiting Trevi Fountain, I'm sure you will have spent quite a bit of time here. So it may now be almost 4 o'clock. Also, on your walks through this amazing city, be sure to go in some of the churches. They will absolutely blow your mind with the architecture and just how amazing these small churches are on the outside, but how large they are on the inside. So after visiting Trevi Fountain, with it now being 4 o'clock, we are going to head to the Pantheon. But we are going to do a stop off on the way and stop off at a gelato place called Venchi. And then after stopping at Venchi, we are going to head to the Pantheon. The Pantheon is a great place to visit and is actually one of the oldest temples in the world, so do visit here. It is now going to cost yourself €5 to enter, however the queues go very quickly, so do not be afraid even though the queues will look large. Now after visiting Venchi and then going to the Pantheon, I'm sure that you have done quite a lot of steps, so I think it's time to rest. But let's go somewhere for some tea and find a place where we can rest and watch the evening go by. So I recommend going from the Pantheon to Piazza Navona. This is a big square which is normally quite lively at night with different acts, street art and more all going on. When you're at Piazza Navona, let's grab something to eat. So I recommend, even though it is just off the square, so you may think it is a tourist trap, to visit Marchese. I will link all the restaurants and information below. This is a great restaurant full of the best Roman cuisine at a great price on Piazza Navona. After you have visited this great restaurant, grab a drink at Piazza Navona and enjoy yourself. Spend the evening chilling and having a drink, and then head back to your hotel ahead of a big day tomorrow. This now concludes day 1 in Rome, and we now have 24 hours left to finish off the rest of seeing Rome. Okay, so hopefully you have had a good sleep, and now we can move on to the final day in Rome. But before we do that, I'm going to go over 3 hotels I recommend for you to stay at on your trip in Rome near the Colosseum. So the 3 hotels I recommend to stay at near the Colosseum is Hotel Lancelot, Colosseo Guest House, and my personal favourite and my preferred option, B&B First Floor. I will put all of their hotels on screen now, and I will also leave it in the description so you can look at booking here on your trip. Now all what's left to do is move on with our final day here in Rome. So once again we are going to start from nearby at the Colosseum. I will start at B&B First Floor, and we are going to head and start our day going to Vatican City to be there for 8 o'clock so we can do a tour of the Vatican, St. Peter's Basilica and the Sistine Chapel. However, make sure that you do a tour, as this way you will be able to get through the Vatican quicker and get access to places which you are not able to without a tour. The tour should probably take about 4 hours, if you want to see it all properly that is. So if you arrive at 8 AM to gain access, you will not be leaving until around 12 dinner time. However, what is the best way to get from the Colosseum early to the Vatican? Well, I recommend going to the Colosseum Metro. So if you go to the Colosseum Metro, you can buy a ticket for as little as €3 for a 90-minute ticket. Get on the tram and head to Termini and change onto another line at Termini and head to the Ottavio station. Then depart the tram at the Ottavio station and walk to the Vatican, which will just be a 10-minute walk. This way you can leave at about 7:15 and still be at the Vatican with plenty of time. With it now being around 12 o'clock, I suggest you grab some dinner near the Vatican. I do not have a specific restaurant I would recommend you go to, however there are lots of side streets and I recommend just going down one of these, quite away from the tourist attractions, and grabbing a bite to eat. After we grab a bite to eat, it may now be about 2 o'clock, we are going to walk to Castel Sant'Angelo. We are not going to go inside it because we won't have time, however have a look around this great castle. If you want to learn more about the castle, look on my top 10 things to do here in Rome video. So So it is possibly around 2:30 going on to 3 o'clock now. So we are going to leave Castel Sant'Angelo and walk over the Angel Bridge. And from the Angel Bridge we are going to walk to a famous place in Rome called Piazza di Spagna, also known as the Spanish Steps, which is allegedly got the widest staircase in Europe. So at the Spanish Steps there is a lot of expensive shops and boutiques for you to try and also sit down and grab a bite to eat or a drink. But it is probably now going on 5, maybe 6 o'clock, so we have not got long left of today. So from here we are going to go from Piazza di Spagna to Piazza del Popolo. And we are going to see here, which is a nice big square, and from here we are going to go on a short walk up to Villa Borghese lookout point. This should now take us to around 7 o'clock, and then we can watch the sun go down and watch the amazing sunset over Rome. So make sure when the sun is going down and you are looking over the amazing view of Rome after doing so many steps, you grab a drink from one of the drink carts in Villa Borghese and enjoy the park. Overall, you have probably done so many steps, maybe 40,000, maybe 50,000, maybe more. However, I hope you enjoyed your quick 48 hours in Rome, and I hope I showed you how to see the city in the best possible way in 48 hours. So I thank you for watching this video, and I hope I once again have helped you on your next travel to Rome. So all I can ask is if you can subscribe, leave a like and a comment on when you are visiting Rome. Please let me know if there is anything I have missed or anything I should also add in to a future video. I have been your Italian tour guide, and I am here to help you live the Italian adventure without needing to pay for a tour guide. So once again, thank you for watching. All the information I will leave in the description below on where to find the restaurants, hotels and more. Thank you, and I will catch you in the next video.